Tell me, what's the biggest problem in your business right now?
Yeah, so I just joined you guys ALP about 2 months ago.
Smart
And was it
decision.
coach? Say again?
Smart decision. I can already tell I'm speaking to a smart man here.
Agreed. But 2 months in, I was not doing any coaching before, but I have another full-time job right now. The goal is to switch from that job to coaching full-time. And ever since I joined, I mean, things have been moving a lot faster than I anticipated, which is good, great, fantastic. But I feel a little bit scattered on what to focus on right now. Like if I should just continue with the marketing and keep getting more clients, or if I should kind of dial back and really start to hone the actual service that I'm providing to the clients.
Okay, so let me first make sure I'm understanding the lay of the land here. What do you mean by things are moving faster than you thought they would? Meaning the content's coming at you too fast?
No, I'm getting a lot of clients fast. I've got
Oh.
5 clients since I joined 2 months ago.
You got 5 clients in the last 2 months. Nice job. How did you get those clients?
Mostly through social media. I just started posting stuff, and then people reached out to me or talked to me. There were neighbors that talked to me about what they saw online, and they talked to me in person about it.
That's really cool. What I'm curious. Just help me for a second. What are you putting on your social media?
I'm just putting reels of me talking about the philosophy that I'm learning from you guys, and also like videos of actually like client workouts, like what they're just very short clips of what they're doing, and a little bit of the philosophy mixed in there.
All right. And you got a big following or no?
Not really, no, just people I know from life.
Okay. How many people are following your social media right now?
Facebook maybe 1,000, Instagram not much, maybe 700.
Okay. All right. I understand where you are now. So you want to switch from your full-time job. By the way, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You want to switch from your full-time job to coaching full-time, yes?
Yep.
How much money do you need to replace in your full-time job to coach full-time?
70,000 per year.
70K is the full-time work. And what are you charging for a training session? Are you doing one-on-ones? Is that what your business is?
Yeah, one-on-one. I'm doing 90 to start out.
90 per session. Where are you?
Alexandria, Virginia.
Alex.
I know.
That's one of those counties around the capital where people miraculously make millions of dollars lobbying Congress. They can and would like to afford more. So fine, 90 per session. You have 5 clients. How many sessions per week are you doing?
Averaging 2.
So you're doing 10 sessions a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just starting out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. So right now you're doing about what is that, $900 a week?
Yeah. When people aren't on vacation, yes.
Yep. Okay. So $900 a week. The first thing I want to point out to you, because I have to say it, or I'm negligent here. What is the price that we told you to charge in your market?
150.
Okay, 150. How many of the people who are working with you, honestly, tell the truth here. You can lie the rest of the time. No, I'm just kidding. How many of the people who are working with you do you think would have also worked with you at 150 instead of 90? Take your own insecurity about being ready to work with people at that price out of it. How many of them would pay 150 for the service if they believed in the service?
Yeah, I'd say all of them.
Okay, so we agree if I came down there and told those same people it's 150 a session, they all pay the 150, they all train with me twice a week. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to help you understand something here, Alex. Yep. If I was charging 150 per client per session, and I was doing the same 10 sessions per week you're doing right now, and I worked 50 weeks per year, just because the math is easier for me to do than 48, because it is, we're talking about you making $1,500 per week times 50 weeks is $75,000 per year. And that means if you took 2 more weeks off, you had 4 weeks of vacation instead of 2, you're making $72,000 per year right now. You've already left the full-time job because you're priced properly with the people you already have. Do you follow me there?
Yeah.
So where would I recommend you focus? What is the number one reason why you don't think that you can charge 150? Why did you say 90 instead of 150?
Because I hadn't been coaching for a few years, and I think I was just insecure about my coaching skill, and that I'm doing it from my house in my basement and like building out the gym as I'm building out the business.
Yep.
I guess it just felt it felt unprofessional on my end.
Dude, that's all totally reasonable. Okay, it's all totally reasonable. The follow-up question to that is, what would have to be true that's not today for you to feel like, okay, I have no reason to charge anything but 150? How will you know that you're good enough? How will you know that your space is professional enough? Where is the line where you can step over and say I'm 150 now?
I want like success stories, testimonials from people that I actually did the thing and took them to the top of the mountain.
Excellent. How many hours a week is your full-time job right now? 40?
40 on paper, yeah, but I have a lot of time.
What do you mean?
I have a lot of time throughout the day that I can.
I see. So you have some overlapping time here.
Correct. Yeah.
And you have a family?
Yeah, 3 kids and a wife.
What is the amount of time per week that you think you can dedicate without feeling like you're neglecting the life that you want?
That I can dedicate to the business.
Yep.
I'd say at least 4 hours a day.
Okay, so you have 20 hours a week. And are some of those hours programming and administrative stuff, or is that 20 training hours?
No, that would include the programming and admin.
So you really have another 2 to 3 hours of sessions that you can accommodate. After that, you're done. You don't have any more room.
Right.
Okay, that's okay. Right now, you're at $900 a week. If those last, let's say 3 hours came in at 150 each, you would be up to $1,350 a week, and you'd be at your 70K full time. Are you comfortable charging these last 3 sessions 150 each, or are you still not feeling like you're there yet? It's okay if you're not.
No, I don't think so. I was thinking of trying 110 maybe as the next one.
Okay, so fine, go for the 110. And then here's what you do. You keep you don't expand from there. You focus on no more growth from there. Everything after that is proof. You want people to want to work with you and not be able to get in. You don't take more clients at that point. What you do is you start to build a wait list so that you keep these people in mind when somebody leaves. And as soon as a spot opens up, you can reach out to those people. Do you follow me there?
Yeah.
You figure out what is the smallest success story that would give you the confidence that you can raise your rates again. You understand?
How would I figure out what the smallest success story is?
Only you can decide. You're the one who has to be able to feel convicted in the 150. So in order for you're saying the biggest gap for you right now is confidence that you're good enough at the job to demand it. And what would give you the confidence, I asked you earlier, you said would be client success stories, client testimonials.
Right.
What is an example of a client testimonial or a success story that would have you feeling like, okay, I can do that?
Got it. I don't know the answer to that right now.
Okay, well then that's what you need to go all in on. Because what's happening right now is, and this is a lot of coaches find themselves in this position. I don't know how to get to the next level. Okay, well the next level for you is a pricing level, right? And then it's leaving your full-time job to do this full-time. But you are waiting on a permission slip to do that only you can write. So you need to decide what the criteria is by which you write that permission slip.
Makes sense.
The simplest way I would ask, if you asked a client, hey, if you had paid $150 for all of the sessions that you previously got, tell me what about it would have been worth it, and what about it would have needed to have changed?
Okay.
They will tell you the truth, and what you'll be able to see is, oh wow, I'm doing a lot of stuff really well. And there are these little things that I might agree I need to change in order to make the sessions worth $150. you make those changes. You make those changes for those clients, for all of your clients.
Yeah.
And you ask that question again a month later. And when you start getting nothing, like, I couldn't personally afford 150, but it's worth 150, or you get nothing. I mean, these are great. I've paid more than that 4 sessions. Then you know, okay, I can bump my rates up. And you can make a decision about whether you want to bump those rates up on the initial clients or not. Personally, I always do. And I let those people work fewer days per week with me, and I offer them additional support that doesn't take as much of my time.
Right.
But you need to go all in right now on finding reasons to be confident that you are worth the money that you are worth. That's your number one focus.
Okay.
Here's the risk that you're facing, Alex. You're so close to replacing 70K.
Yeah.
You're a family guy. You've been making that 70K for a while, so you're going to want to see it for 2 or 3 months in a row. I know that.
Yeah.
Right? You're not going to be like, oh, I had a $6,000 month, I can quit. That's not going to happen. But so once you've seen it for a few months in a row, and you're like, all right, I'm good here. The leap of faith is going to be, I'm making 140 though. Right? Like when you get to replacing that full-time income with training income, you're going to be making 140, not 70.
Yeah.
You're going to be facing the really hard cliff to jump off of. That is, that 70 from your full-time job comes at the opportunity cost of the fulfillment you get from training and more money from training in less time as you grow.
Right. That makes sense.
You're going to face a really hard decision that actually gets harder when you reach it than it does before. You got to be aware of that.
Yep. I'm ready. I like that. This is a much clearer picture than I had before.
Great. In the interim, start putting the money that you're making now away. Invest it, let it grow for you, and let the money you're making from your job that was sustaining you before be the money that sustains you now. Let the training money be bonus money that's growing in some kind of a appreciating asset.
Okay.
That'll give you more runway.
Okay. And not buy any more equipment.
I mean, if you think that you need to buy more equipment to be able to service people, then buy the equipment. But if you're generating $900 a week, you don't need $900 a week worth of equipment.
True. Very true. Okay. I'm with you.
Right? So in the next 3 months, you could easily be putting $7,000 away, $8,000 away, and having that grow at even 4 or 5% in some kind of a high yield savings account, which isn't crazy, but it's better than the money just sitting there depreciating.
Right. Agreed.
And it's better than you being like, hey, let me go spend it on something because I have it.
Yeah.
Right? You're building that cushion to leave that job.
Perfect. Makes sense.
All right, Alex. Thanks for your call.
Thank you. Super helpful.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You got it. Till the next one.
Okay.
With the